I can't talk after that video. Polly, just wanted to share, I'm Polly's Tia, his other Nina. Just how blessed I am to watch you grow. Remembering from when your mom came home and told us that she was expecting, and from Lamaze to driving you to the hospital to have you. From all the times Grandma calling me to talk to you about grades or cleaning your room, getting you ready for the next school year, and just in agreement with what everyone has shared already is that we're so blessed to see where you are today. How much you love the Lord, how much joy you have when you walk into the room and you're smiling and you're just always having that kind spirit through everything. You've seen from a little boy to an 18-year-old adult now. You've had so many reasons. You could have chosen different paths. You could have went other ways. You could have raised your fist. You could have done so many different choices because of things you've gone through. Everyone has seen you smiling and laughing, but being so close to you, we got to see the time where you sought the Lord and you allowed Him to strengthen you to overcome so many challenges. And I'm so blessed, Polly. I'm so blessed to see you today, still walking with the Lord, still in love with Jesus, and so much joy in your heart. And my prayer for you, Polly, is that you would always keep Him in the center of your life, that we're always going to be here for you, me and the rest of your family and everyone sitting here. If there's anything that you need, I'm sorry, I'm just very emotional after that. I just love you, and I pray that you would continue on the path that you are, and I'm excited to see the things to come, and I just love you.
Today to celebrate his birthday and his graduation, and today that the Lord gave us. I couldn't be up here without taking the opportunity, and it's probably going to take a while, to thank everybody, because there's a saying I heard a long time ago, it takes a village to raise a child, and I couldn't have did it without so many people that are in here. And I can't even take a lot of the credit for what Paul, young man Paul's become, you know, and like Brian has said, you know, God has hands was over him. First of all, I want to thank Brian. You know, it's an honor to have him as our pastor, because I think back to when Paul was little and he was at every single football, every single wrestling match. Alto is his coach, taking that role that I couldn't do. I'm calling Brian so many times because I didn't know what to tell Paul. You know, he was a young man or a kid or boy, and I didn't know the answers for Paul, and I would call my brother-in-law. And so thank you, Brian, and thank you, Teresa, for those talks. Thank you to Gina for just everything. Her other dad, you know, she did all the things. She was my partner in raising him. And I remember when I told her I was going to have Paul, and she hugged, and I was scared. And everyone knows, the older people know the situation. And Gina said, we're having a baby. And it was a good thing, you know, and I was scared and I was excited after that. And she stayed when she was, my Lamaze partner, and in the room with me and telling me to breathe. And your baby's coming for your baby, you know. So thank you, Gina. And thank you, Chase, for just being there too for my son at every football game and you know, all the other things that Paul needed you for, you know. Thank you to Alexis and Tubi for you know what you've done. You know the rides, Andrew, the rides to school and back home and everything. And Toomey just picking him up and being my other hand too. You know, on the side of on my side, just there from and Team Polly all the way. You know, you guys were at all his events and everything that he kept. The crying, me and Alexis crying the first day of kindergarten because he walked in so proud and easily, you know, and just all those things that we went through with Paul. And I want to thank his Nino, Albert. You were there for me emotionally. You've been there for Paul emotionally. You've been there by our side to give us answers and to help me when I didn't know what to do. So you helped me to raise my son and gave me advice. I want to thank my mom, my dad, Jimbo, and Mary. You guys know what you've done for me. You guys, I didn't have to worry financially. I didn't have to worry about a roof over my son's head. God put it in your hearts to just make sure Polly always had. And thank you guys. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Jimbo. Thank you, Mary. For this sacrifice.
Never mind.
Eddie, when Polly wanted to get hood, he called on his Uncle Eddie and knew he would be there for him to get him out of his situations and be there for him. Well, he trusted him.
What are you talking about?
Connie, you babysat my baby, and Alisa babysat my baby. He would cry for me, and Connie would cut his hair for me. Because I remember, like Brian said, it was a challenge to get this kid to cut his hair. Everybody, the Franco family, when I was dropped the ball and I was falling short, man, you guys took him in under your wing and had him Christmas shopping with you guys after Thanksgiving sales, and just, he didn't feel alone, and I want to thank you for that. Thank you. And to his friends, thanks for all being there. Thanks for coming by. You know, I want to thank really everybody in ministry that's been a part of Paul's lives. Children's ministry, youth, the brothers that pray with my son and been there for him, and Jaylene, who cries with my son and knows, you know, everything. And like I said, it's you know, the walk, Pastor Brian, next to God, the Walk Church knows my son's heart, you know, and the issues of it the deepest. And I just want to thank you guys, you know, for being there. And prayer was the biggest thing, you know. I told Brian there was a while back when I first came to the Lord, you know, and I was trying to understand him. I remember telling him, you know, there's things I can do for Paul. I can get anybody jumped, I can get anything taken care of, but it's the ones that'll get on their knees that'll pray for my son. If something were to happen, that is the bigger picture. What's going to happen to him spiritually, where he's going to go after this life, is the bigger picture than anything that I could have done for him here on this earth. You know, so I just want to thank you guys, and just remember that, you know, like that Polly came as a prayer. You know, some of you know my situation before Paul, and my grandma said, I was praying for God to give you a baby to calm you down, and Polly came.
Did it work?
So it was an answer prayer.
No!
Or sometimes.
No!
I'm not the same person I was. and I think that's a Paul that I'll never know you. But even like with everybody here, you know, and everybody that has had a part in his life, you know who you all are, and if I missed you, I'm sorry. But I guess he's always saved a special place for his dad that I couldn't fill and no one else could fill. And you know, so I just pray for that to continue to grow and to be a part, you know, because no matter what we all did, no matter how much I tried to fill that, you're the one that had a special place. You still have a special place in his heart, you know, and I thank you for being here tonight, you know. And so, and last, Angel, I said I'd do a shout out. He wants to take the role of stepdad. We'll see what the Lord does with that. Alright, so I just want to end by saying, Polly, I'm so proud of you. I love you. You know, he también. There's a verse I tell my nieces and my kids on their birthday, and I haven't told Paul because I was saving it for right now. It's from Isaiah 65:17. It's called the glorious new creation. And it says, "For behold, I create a new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered or come to mind, but be glad and rejoice forever in what I create. For behold, I create Paul as a rejoicing and his family a joy. I will rejoice in Paul and joy in my family. The voice of weeping shall no longer be heard in him, nor the voice of crying." It's from the Lord, Polly. Okay, so let's have fun. Let's celebrate.